What up? Bojinjin here. And yeah, past few videos I've been far too fucking logical. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Like, I'm just fucking all over. I'm kind of like, I'm fucking sat in my car, right? And like, I'm fucking drenched. And like, I was kind of feeling a bit like under the weather before I started doing these, like for various reasons I won't get into. But you know, I've been like far too stifled, and I think, again, even though I just thought in my mind, you know, I'll do one of these again, because like I didn't know how I would approach this. I knew that I wanted to do an entry about letting go and like just being a fucking crazy motherfucker. But I think this will be very genuine, and this is kind of, it's also kind of a selfish thing because like I know I want to express myself, but like the value in that is that like I can hopefully inspire you to do the same, right? So I think I'll make this a regular thing. Just you know, just saying how I feel and just be like fucking uncensored and shit. Yeah, fucking hell, it's fucking hot here. It's so hot! I'm sweating buckets, man! If you like fucking like got if you got like a fucking mass of like fucking cotton wool and just soaked all of the moisture off of me and then wringed it into a fucking bottle, then you'd have like a fucking bottle of sweat that you could drink and like, drink that fucking sweat. Yes, I'm just so fucking hot, like, and I'm like, oh. It's a Friday, and, you know, I really want to go out and shit, but I can't because I'm fucking broke. And, yeah, you know, life is just like a fucking lovely technicolor fun, like I said last night. But, yeah, you know, like, sometimes you just want to go to the beach or something. Or, like, you want to... I've got some fucking water! Yes! Yeah. So I want to ask you guys, how are you feeling in this moment? How are you feeling in this moment? What do you feel about your life, you know? How do you feel about fucking being a fucking loser? Like, how do you, like, do you feel that you're okay, you're happy, you know? I'm interested to know because, like, I tend to come across my videos like, you know, if you don't have a fucking dream and purpose and, like, you don't know what you're fucking doing and you're being manipulated by society, then you're fucking miserable. Like, you know, there's plenty of contrary, like, there's plenty of, like, contrary advice, evidence to that, you know, that, like, there's plenty of people who are, like, fucking, like, living in the gutter and they fucking enjoy themselves like crazy. So, yeah, you know, like, how do you feel in this present moment in time? And then take that shit and then do something with it, you know? If you want to fucking like lock yourself in a car and sweat your balls off, I actually really like this feeling though. It's just that I'm sweating while I'm doing these, so like I'm kind of a bit self-conscious. But I actually like sweating. It feels really good. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go to the sauna one day when I've got money. But yeah, so do something with that and recharge yourself, you know. Life is about striving, life is about working hard. It is about, you know, like, you know, sometimes just knuckling down and just like biting your lip and getting on with that shit. But like, you have to basically think in terms of sustainability. So if you're feeling burnt out and shit, then like you should just like fucking do something spontaneous, right? Like, yeah, I can tell you a story. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I've mentioned it now, but like, basically one day, like, I was looking for jobs, right, and like, I came across a, well, basically, like, I applied for this job, and then like, I got an interview, and then like, when I saw the email for the interview, I was like, what the fuck? Like, when did I apply for this job? Because it was like support worker, and at the time I was only aiming for like admin jobs and like, you know, office jobs and things like that. But like, I got this job as a support worker, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I got an interview for it, right? And basically, I'm fucking delirious right now. Fucking yeah, basically, like, I was about to go into this interview, right? Like, basically, I got the email like 4 days before they wanted to interview me, and then I waited until like the last day, the evening before, to start preparing for it. And like, I ended up like staying up till like 5 AM because I was just like procrastinating and shit. and like the interview was at 10 the next day, and it would take me an hour to drive to that fucking like place, because I live in like East London and it was in West London, so it would take me an hour to drive there, and I was like, I actually was running late, and I was like, and like I was like really panicked, and I was gonna be late, right, and then like I basically was like, fuck it. This actually started the night before, right? I was applying for this, and then like I mentioned RSD Tyler in like one of my previous entries, and yeah, Real Social Dynamics is this like it's this dating company like that teaches men how to be proficient with women and stuff like that, and how to be socially savvy. And you know, I checked their stuff out, and basically I saw that they were having like a free event, so I went to. Basically, like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to attend. I was like a bit like scared and shit, a bit embarrassed. But then, like, because I was so stressed that night, like, you know, preparing for this fucking interview, like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this, because it was on the same day as the interview. I was like, I'll fucking sign up to this fucking RST free tour thing, and yeah, and I'll just do it all in one day and just be fucking spontaneous because I'm fucking stressed. Yeah, so, and and what happened actually was, like, on the morning, like I was saying, I was dressed up and shit, I was running late, and I drove, like, for, like, 5 minutes. I was, like, almost, like, because it's, like, this main road, and I was driving down it, and then, like, suddenly I just got the thought, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I going for this interview to this place, which is, like, an hour away, which would mean that I would have to commute for 2 hours every day, for, like, not that great pay, in my opinion. Yeah, you know, and I'm running late, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, like, basically, like, the temptation grew and grew for me to basically just fuck off the interview, and that's what I did. Like, I was just like, you know what, fuck it, and I turned off the road and, like, went into a Tesco car park, and I just called them up, and I was like, yeah, you know, I just want to cancel, like, you know. So that was completely out of spontaneity. Like, obviously I was running, I think if I wasn't running late, then I might have still gone, but yeah. And then that same evening I went to this free tour thing, which was okay, you know, nothing crazy happened. Because, like, apparently with these free tour events, you know, check their videos out, like, you know, if you're interested. But, like, they do these free tours, which are free entry, right? And yeah, and afterwards, like, after the free tour, like, finishes, like, they go out and they sarge, which is their speak for, like, they go out and meet women and try and, like, seduce them and stuff. And I decided not to, even though, like, I met a dude who was like, you know, dude, you gotta come out, like, YOLO, and I was like, oh, I've got so much shit to do. Like, I don't wanna, yeah, you know, I don't wanna fuck myself over, and, like, you know, yeah, you know. So basically I decided not to, you know, I did the long term, like, intelligence won over, like, the short term kind of, like, temptation. So that was interesting. Yeah, so you know, like, I don't know what the fuck I told you that story for. Like, I'm just going with the flow right now. Yeah, and a lot of the time, you know, yeah, you know, like, there's some really fucked up shit that you have, you know, like, everyone has this really fucked up shit in them. Like, you know, even if, like, your friends and family, like, this is the case for me, right? Like, most of the people that know me, because I changed a lot, like, over the past few months. Like, if you kind of observed me over the past few months, like, you probably don't really know me very well, but, like, and because of these videos, you probably perceive me in a certain way. But, like, most people who know me from the past, they don't see this side of me, you know. They think, like, to everyone, I'm this really nice, chill Chinese dude. Like, who is a bit, like, you know, obviously I have my times of craziness where I kind of go crazy, like in the last Let Go video. But, like, they see me as this giant prude, almost. Like, well, I don't know. Yeah, they see me as this really kind of, like, you know, I've had people say to me, like, you're like, you know, you're very kind of conservative and, like, safe, and, like, you're a very nice person, you know, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, but what they don't realize is I have all of this shit in me that, like, is really dark and shit. And I think everyone is like that. And, like, when you become more sensitive, it's quite scary, because you basically become aware of that shit. You know, like, that shit comes up and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what if anyone ever found out about this shit? And you start worrying. But then, like, the more that becomes normal to you, like, the more you make contact with this darkness within you. And again, I'm going to talk about things like shadow work and stuff, and which is like a spiritual thing, a spiritual process, in future videos when I'm not so fucking hot. But yeah, so there's this stuff in you, and sometimes you just need to let it out, even if it's not like. And you know, another reason why I'm doing I'm doing this new style of vlog, and I'm also kind of doing this right now, this kind of video where I'm just talking, I'm just bullshitting. Is sometimes you just gotta bullshit, you know, like sometimes, because we have it in our minds to be completely coherent all the time, and completely politically correct and safe and shit like that. And sometimes you just don't feel that amazing, or like, you know, you're stressed and you just want to let rip and like let something go, and like you should just do it and not judge yourself about it, you know? Like if what you say is if what you start talking about is complete bullshit, like is happening now, you know, then like who cares, you know? Like, yeah, who cares? You know, like you're not like writing like a thesis, like, you know, like an academic thesis for your PhD right now, or like giving like a presentation, like a business presentation to like a board of CEOs. Fuck no. You're just being yourself, and sometimes you just gotta be a bit dirty, you know. You gotta be a bit naughty. You're gonna be a bit dirty, motherfucker. You gotta like lick that shit. Yeah, you know, you just gotta let it rip, and it's actually really healthy for you. And again, you know, that's a very big reason why I show this side of myself to you guys as well. Aside from my own like therapy, like it's also to show you that, you know, there is a lot, you know, all of us has this kind of pool of shitty water inside of us, you could say. Like this kind of chasm of darkness, and like sometimes like taboo and like weirdness, and you just gotta let it out sometimes, you know, and just not judge it, because like everyone's the same. So I didn't fucking go. Maybe I should just sing to you, you know. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. Then the rest of the song. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Oh, I could sing the rest of it. I'm sure you want me to sing the rest of it. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that little number. And, you know, peace. You know, if you have any feedback, like, please give me some, because, you know, I'm starting out and I just want to know if I'm actually providing value or if I'm just kind of embarrassing myself. You know, I'm pretty confident, but I'd be more confident if you guys gave me some feedback, like, you know, the guys who watch this. So, you know, I hope you're having a smashing week, and I will see you next time. Peace!